In the shadowed cliffs of Thermopylae, where the land narrows and the sea crashes against stone, the fate of Greece hung by a blood-soaked thread. Here, in 480 BCE, 300 Spartans and their allies braced themselves against the relentless tide of the Persian Empire, an army so vast that, according to legend, their arrows would blot out the sun. But what truly happened on those fateful days? How did these warriors actually fight, and what secrets lay behind their iron discipline and unbreakable will? Forget the myths of bare-chested heroes charging wildly into battle. The real Spartans were the most feared fighting force of the ancient world because of their mastery of a revolutionary tactic, the Phalanx. This was not the work of individuals seeking glory, but of hardened brothers in arms, fused into a single war machine. A phalanx was a wall of shields, spears, and muscle, moving as one, each man's life chained to the discipline of his comrades. The hoplon shield was the heart of this formation. Carried on the left arm, it was not just a protector, but a bond of trust. Its heavy bronze face overlapped with the next man's shield, creating a nearly impenetrable barrier. To lose your shield was to doom the man beside you, and so the Spartan mother's command, "Come back with your shield, or on it," was not just an oath of courage, but a grim reminder that a single lapse could shatter the phalanx and bring ruin to all. With spear in hand, 8 feet of ash wood tipped with iron, the Spartan would thrust, not hurl, always under control, always seeking the gap in the enemy's defenses. The spear was held low, angled up to punch through armor or slip beneath a shield. If the spear splintered, the xiphus, a short iron sword, waited in reserve. But the Spartans did not crave melee chaos. Their strength was in unity, in the synchronized advance and the relentless wall of death they presented. Training for this was brutal and unending. From the age of 7, Spartan boys entered the agoge, a crucible of endurance, pain, and discipline designed to forge warriors without peer. Every lesson was about the group, the line, the unbreakable bond. By adulthood, a Spartan's life was defined by war, and every muscle was tuned for the demands of the phalanx. Under the searing Mediterranean sun, clad in bronze armor weighing 60 pounds, they learned to endure, to fight, to survive as one. Thermopylae was their ultimate test. Leonidas, the Spartan king, led not just his 300 chosen men, but a coalition of Greek allies, Thespians, Thebans, warriors from across the Hellenic world. But it was the Spartans who formed the core, the anvil against which the Persian waves would break. The terrain was their ally, the pass narrowed to a choke point, only wide enough for a handful of men to fight abreast. Here, the endless Persian numbers counted for nothing. The opening assaults came in waves. Persian infantry, lightly armored and armed for mobility, were driven forward by their officers. They crashed into the Spartan shield wall, only to be met by a storm of spears thrust with mechanical precision. The first ranks fell, trampled by those behind. The Spartans maintained their formation, rotating exhausted men to the rear, always keeping fresh warriors at the front, an innovation that allowed them to endure hour after hour of ferocious combat. The Persians tried to break the line with their elite immortals, troops sworn to die for Xerxes. Even they failed. The Spartans, singing hymns to the rhythm of war, fought with a terrifying calm. Enemies who expected the chaos of battle instead found themselves facing a machine, shields locked, spears stabbing, voices chanting in unison. Morale began to falter. What happened next shocked even hardened veterans. The Persian attacks wavered, their bravest soldiers hesitating before the unyielding Greek line. Archers loosed their deadly rain, but the Spartan shields overlapped above as well as in front, forming a dome of bronze that deflected the arrows harmlessly. The phalanx advanced, step by step, pushing back against the tide. When the Persians tried to flank, they found their way blocked by cliffs and sea. Cavalry, the terror of open battlefields, were useless here. The pass was a killing ground, and the Spartans held the key. By day, the fighting was relentless. By night, the wounded were tended and the dead mourned. But the line never wavered. Supplies were scarce. Exhaustion gnawed at every limb, but the Spartan discipline held. Each man knew his place, his duty, and the fate of Greece rested on their shoulders. Yet even the bravest warriors can be betrayed. A Greek named Ephialtes revealed a hidden mountain path to the Persians, allowing them to outflank the defenders. Leonidas learned of the treachery and with grim determination chose to make a final stand. He dismissed most of the allies, keeping only his Spartans and a handful of loyal Greeks. On the last day, surrounded on all sides, the Spartans formed a compact circle, shields interlocked, spears bristling outward. There was no panic, no desperation, only the cold resolve of men who knew their story would echo through the ages. The Persians closed in, and the battle became a maelstrom of blood and bronze. Spears broke, swords flashed, bodies fell. The ground became slick with the sacrifice of heroes. When the dust settled, the Spartans were gone. Their bodies lay in heaps, surrounded by the slain. Xerxes, furious at the cost, ordered their heads struck from their corpses, a futile gesture, for the legend was already born. The legacy of Thermopylae is not just one of glorious death, but of tactical genius and the unbreakable will of free men. The Spartans proved that courage, discipline, and unity could defy even the mightiest empire. Their phalanx formation, their relentless training, their code of honor, these were the true secrets of their strength. While the last Spartan fell, their fighting spirit did not die. Across Greece, the legend spread, inspiring a nation to rise and throw back the Persian invaders. The world had witnessed the power of warriors forged in the fires of discipline and bound together by brotherhood. The shield wall may have fallen, but the story of Thermopylae endures, a reminder that even in the face of annihilation, the courage of a few can shape the destiny of empires. And so, as the sun sets over the narrow pass and the sea whispers the names of the fallen, the question lingers. What would you sacrifice? For your brothers, for your home, for the hope of freedom? The answer lies in the echo of the spear, the clash of bronze, and the unyielding wall of the Spartan phalanx. The legend remains, waiting for the next warrior bold enough to stand where 300 once made their immortal stand.